Hey guys! So I'm back in another video. In this video I'll be using my January hip kits to make this cute little you and me traveler's notebook. So the first thing that you see is me kind of fiddling around and taking apart that craft traveler's notebook. It is one of the notebooks that came in my Webster's Pages traveler's notebook. I'm just taking the craft cover off and taking some of the pages from it to make my own little notebook. I didn't want to use all the pages because I was planning for this book to get a little bulky, so I just took a few of them. I picked like 9 or 10 of them, and I took that paper. I love that kind of, it kind of looks like a picnic blanket, like the mint crosshatch paper, and I had cut it down to size, and I'm going to use it as my cover with the floral on the inside. So once I got my papers inside the cover and everything, I'm just clipping everything up, and I'm just going to take some string and I'm going to hand stitch the entire booklet. But again, I didn't use all of the paper. My initial thought was just to remove the craft cover and cover the whole notebook because I didn't really like the craft cover. But then when I got into thinking about it, I was like, I want to use some of the elements from the kit. In the January hip kits, we got a lot of cork pieces and cork stickers and stuff like that, and I wanted to use some of those elements in the book, in my pages, and that tends to bulk up the pages a lot, and I didn't want it to be so thick at the end, so I decided just to limit myself to about the 9 to 10 pages, so it's about 18 to 20 individual pages, even though I'm probably going to use them more like spreads instead of just the individual pages. So I'm just stitching up my book. I just kind of randomly stitched it. I think at one point I start over because I didn't know what I was doing and it didn't look right. So once I get my book down, I tie the string, I just tied a little bow, just to make it look pretty, and now I'm just deciding which side I want as my cover. Once I decide that, I start decorating. The title that I end up using is You and Me. The whole concept of this little book is I decided to print out a bunch of photos of me and my best friend. We travel a lot together. He's kind of like my traveling buddy. Anytime I'm just I kind of want to go to Southeast Asia for 3 months, and he's just yeah, let's do it. And so we travel quite a bit, and I have a lot of photos from our travels, and I already have travel journals where I put all those photos in, but I just kind of wanted to make a specific kind of you and me travel journal, so I kind of printed out a bunch of photos of just us two on our travels and stuff like that. So that's kind of the concept or the theme for this book. So I used those white fabric thickers that came in the kits. I think you're supposed to paint or spray them. I just kind of left them as is because I really like that white. And I used an ampersand from the One Canoe 2 sticker sheet that you see there. I also pulled out a floral from that, and one of those cork stickers from the Pink Paisley. Those cork stickers are from the Moonstruck line, and they have little gold speckles in it. And I kept the cover super simple. I ended up putting a gold foil heart just to balance out the gold foil and the ampersand, and I just kind of made it really simple and really cute. Actually, this whole book ends up being really super simple, kind of not simple but minimalistic, I would say, throughout the whole thing. In this video I only end up showing how I make 4 pages or 4 spreads in the book, because after I did my 4th page, I was kind of I had a thing in my head. I'm just do I want to give it to my friend to document his part, or do I want to do the whole thing and then gift him the whole book? I was still thinking about it, and then I thought about some photos that I didn't print out that like I kind of wanted to print out, and I was just like, oh. So I just kind of limited this part of this book to the 4 spreads that I did. And so this first one, I kind of left the inside cover as is. I really like that floral, and now I'm just looking through all the papers from the kit that I want to use. I ended up backing my photo on this feather paper because I wanted to repeat that red, and this one is from Pink Paisley's Moonstruck. And I ended up using the Hip Kit die cut pieces, those florals, and just kind of making a little cluster. I also used a cork piece from the One Canoe 2 kit. This Hip Kit, if you didn't see my unboxing, I only got the Project Life kit, the embellishment kit, the paper add-on, and the cardstock add-on, I believe, this month. And it's a lot of One Canoe 2, the Hazelwood collection. And I didn't think that I would like working with it because it was bright. It was very springy, but it was also like kind of picnicky type looking kit. And I don't know, it's kind of not my style, but I actually really enjoyed working with the things in this kit for this little book. It was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. So in the corner there, I just kind of put a cluster of flowers. I'm actually going to trim off the excess that goes over. And then I put one of those floral cork pieces on top. And then I used 2 of the washi strips and just kind of stuck them on the edge there just to give it a little bit more color. I wanted just to balance out the yellow a little bit. And then I'm taking these white puffy alpha stickers. These are from Studio Calico, and I want to put like a little, sort of like an intro title. So I was going to write out, and so it begins. And here you just see me placement, like playing around with placement. I started one side, and then I went to the other side, and now I'm going to go back to the other side, and that's how I'm going to leave it. Now I'm just looking through the word and phrase stickers, the sheets that you get in the kits. I believe I cut out 2 of them, which I thought were perfect. One, which is the black one, says Best Friends, and then the other one says Adventure. And so I kind of tucked those under the photo, but like coming out from behind the florals. I thought those were 2 perfect little phrase stickers. And then I just kind of accent the page first with that little puffy kind of starburst sticker, and then I end up replacing it with a sticker from another a cork sticker from the Moonstruck line, just to like add a bit more of the cork. And then I tucked that little extra piece from the floral behind my photo. And so here I worked on this page, but my camera just didn't record it. So I restarted my camera and I'm working on the other corner. So what I did was, on the other page, I took that honeycomb paper from the One Canoe 2 Hazelwood collection, and I just kind of fussy cut a corner of it just to put on the corner of that page. And then I took the Happy, those little alphas came in the exclusive Hip Kit die cut pieces, and it spelled out Happy, so I just kind of put Happy over it. And then I took one of the stickers from the Hazelwood sticker sheet that said hello and put it on top. And the piece that I had fussy cut had one of the little bees on it, so there was a bee sticker on that sheet, and so I kind of wanted to use that too and put it like over my photo. So what I ended up doing is I ended up placing my photo on the corner, on the right, on the top right corner, hand side corner, and I fussy cut more of those hexies and kind of like placing the hexies there on the corner. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up placing the hexes on the corner. I also backed my photo with one of the Project Life cards that had that hexagon pattern on it. So I kind of wanted to repeat that, but then I ended up putting the hexes behind it. So once I have the hexes down, I end up putting that bee sticker over it, like over, kind of like half over the photo and half over the hexie. So once I have that there, I end up looking for pieces to just kind of put under the photo a bit, and I think I end up using a piece from the cut-apart sheet that said "Be brave." I thought that was cute, because I'm using bees, I don't know. And then I used that starburst sticker that I used on the first page to just kind of accent that "Be brave." And that is my second page. So for my third page, I kind of wanted to use these feet photos. So when we travel, or when I travel, I like to take photos of my feet in places. I have like a little hashtag on Instagram. It's Tiff's Feet Around the World. It's kind of cheesy, but I like doing it. And in Southeast Asia, my friend and I took a bunch because there's a lot of like tiles on the floor in places, like in the temples and stuff. It's beautiful, and we just kind of kept looking down all the time because everything was so pretty on the ground. And so and they walk, you have to walk barefooted in a lot of the temples and everything, so you're constantly looking down. And we took a bunch of them, and so that became like a thing on that trip, was a bunch of feet photos. So I kind of printed out a couple of my favorites and wanted to highlight that for that trip specifically. So what I'm doing is I took the scrap paper that I used for the cover, and I covered the entire page with that mint kind of gingham kind of paper. And then I used the branding strip, the pink branding strip from that same paper, to kind of fill in the inside part, and it fit perfectly and it looks so pretty. I love it. And so before I kind of was playing around with the photos, and I liked two of them. So what I did was I took the sticker that says "Adventure Awaits" from the Hazelwood sticker sheet and just kind of placed it in the middle. And then I have the two photos that I am now backing on that pink paisley paper. It's like kind of like a watercolor pink, red, orange, and then it has like a lot of script in it. But I just kind of wanted to repeat the pink, so that it just balances out. And I just absolutely love that the sticker says "Adventure Awaits." It's like perfect. And so that's what I end up doing, and I end up placing the photos on either side, the top and the bottom, from where that "Adventure Awaits" is. And so on the right page, I kind of wanted to keep it blank. So what I ended up doing was taking a few scraps from the papers that I use and the last bit of a branding strip, and I sort of make banners. So I make two banners. I make three banners. I make a banner out of the mint paper as well, and I kind of hang three banners up there in the corner. And now I'm just looking for something to place on top of the banners. I was like looking to have something kind of sticking out there. So I end up using a sticker from the Moonstruck Puffy sticker sheet, and it says Beautiful Life, I believe, and I ended up placing it there. But then I find one of the arrows that has the same mint and pink colors from the Hazelwood sticker sheet, and so I kind of moved the puffy sticker just to add that arrow in, and that is the end of that page. Now I do end up going back in off camera and doing my journaling. I will definitely include a few pictures at the end of this video, but I would also leave a link to the blog post down below so you can see all the photos of these 4 spreads that I end up doing with my journaling and everything in it. So for this last spread, I take that Project Life card with the kind of like a green wood grain pattern, and I back my photo with it, and I want my photo to be placed right there on the left page with that cork butterfly. I just didn't know what to do on the other side, but I kind of wanted to repeat that wood grain. So I took the paper, there's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that has that wood grain in it, and I end up kind of making like a triangle to place it down there in the corner, kind of like kind of sectioning off the page geometrically with that paper. And I only did that so that it balances out with the photo. And so I kind of glued the little butterfly to the photo, and then I put down the photo on the page, and then I struggle with the butterfly, which ends up falling apart on me, but I put it together with my tape runner. So I go back to the corner because it needs something over that paper. So I take those white puffy stickers again and I spell out monkey around. The photo that we took was a selfie that we both took when we were at the monkey forest in Bali. So I figured the title for the page should be monkey. It should be monkeying around, but monkey fits and around fits, so I just kind of left monkey around. So now I'm taking those hazelwood enamels, and they're like triangle shaped, and I'm putting the navy ones kind of pointing upwards, and that's because my friend's wearing like a navy shirt and I kind of wanted to balance out that blue. And now I'm trying to find something that will balance out the green in the cork, like in the cork butterfly, and I think I end up pulling out a arrow and a bunch of other green cork things, but I think I end up placing down the arrow instead, and I place it above where it says monkey. And the last thing I do is kind of make a little flight path with my pen of the butterfly, and it makes a little, it kind of gives the page like a little frame and makes it really whimsical, and I repeat it on the other side too, just to like say, oh, it flew this way. And that is it. I go back to the honeycomb page and kind of outline where I fussy cut, just to give it, I don't even know why I did it, I just felt like doing it. But those are the pages, and like I said, I go and do my journaling offline, and I would just insert a few pictures of that here, and that is it. Be sure to check out all of the links down below. I'll leave all the hip kit links and a link to the blog post where you can find all the pictures and everything else. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!